everyone, welcome back. Thank you for joining me today. This is going to be a general reading for Capricorns for May 1 to the 15th of 2021. Okay, let's get started here. Let's do a reading for Capricorns for May 1st to the 15th, 2021. What's going on for Capricorns? Okay. Yes. All right, Capricorn, what I can see right now is that you're having, you're sort of having a moment where you're having some doubts in your ability to tap into your intuition. You're finding that your sense of authority and your sense of mental acuity is challenging your ability to tap into your intuition. So it's like you're being really logical and you are, you're trying to apply logic to a situation that's not logical, right? You're trying to apply logic to a situation that defies logic, and it actually requires you to tap into your intuition, which you're struggling to do. Now, I can see that what's on your mind right now, Capricorn, is some kind of new beginning, potentially some kind of reconciliation, a new relationship maybe, a new business, some new enterprise is on your mind. And you're sort of feeling like challenged by the idea of consequences, okay? You're feeling challenged by the idea and you're almost avoiding truth. It's interesting. Very interesting dynamic for you in this reading, Capricorn. I can see that in the future, you can look forward to sort of having things feel validated and you'll feel satisfied, almost like you're going to sort of feel like satisfied with what you've accomplished. But again, this sense of like, now what? And again, trying to sort of escape intuition and go right to logic, and then having some anxiety, even though things will have been sort of brought to a place where you're taking care of yourself. And you may be tired from all of the work that you've done up until this point in the future, but it looks like it's going to be worth it. Like I see here that you're concerned about consequences and you're concerned about outcomes. Okay, Capricorn? On your mind, you're thinking, I need to develop something new. I need to do something new. And I can see that during the period of May, you are going to sort of be working on something new, but you also need to remember to try and avoid that logic creeping in that's going to give you some anxiety. And also you may find an increased need for rest. You're going to need to fill up your tank, okay? Now, I can see here that, you're worried about providing for yourself, okay? So right now you're feeling sort of challenged with the idea of attachment to the material world, and you're worried you're not going to have enough, okay? And that's certainly what's going on in your mind as you struggle with trying to cope with consequences. And maybe you're like feeling challenged in the idea that it's time to face the truth about some stuff. You know, it's interesting because in the past you've been very good at facing the truth about stuff. You've had practice. You've had lots of practice, and yet right now at the essence of this situation, it seems like there is a panic about how you're going to move forward with this new plan or this new vision that you have for maybe a new business, maybe a new relationship. You're wondering how you're going to put all the pieces together, okay? And you're being asked to be guided by your intuition, okay? But that is your challenge, right? You're being challenged here because your father figure sense keeps coming up. Your desire to have a lot of logic and sort of like this balanced mental sharpness about you. You may have to be the boss in this new business, or you may have to have a new definition of compromise if this is related to a relationship. So sort of like you're being guided to use your intuition, but you're still trying to use logic, okay? And as a result, when you look at all the dilemmas or consequences, it's not that you're avoiding them, but it's like you have a challenge here. You feel challenged by all of the things that could be if you go for it with this new passion or relationship or career or business. I'm sensing that it could have something to do with how you provide security for yourself, because your inner dialogue is really wrapped around this idea of like, do I have enough? And that's where your challenge is. You're not feeling abundant. You're feeling like, oh man, what have I gotten myself into a little bit, right? Now it's interesting because the outer manifestation of yourself, Capricorn, is the Magician, which suggests that others see you as being able to create things that you have plans for. So they see you as being able to have an idea about something, sort of imagine it in your mind, and then it unfolds in the physical world. So other people see you this way, which is very interesting because right now you're feeling, it's almost like you're feeling this tear, right? Like it's like you've separated from something. Oops, I knocked the camera, sorry. It's like you've separated from something that isn't clear what it was, but I think you separated from something mentally, and now you're being asked or guided to use your intuition to formulate a new path forward. And you're feeling like when you listen to your intuition, you have this other voice creeping in that is sort of holding back your intuition and reminding you of like consequences and decisions and all kinds of stuff that, I don't want to say that you're avoiding it. It's almost just like you're overwhelmed by all of it, okay? And it's interesting because in the past, it seems like you were very sort of quick to be able to slash through stuff. But this seems to be challenging you because it's your intuition that you have to use. And it's almost like you have to trust that all of this is possible and believe that you can sort of tap into a new beginning when it comes to the heart and feelings and emotions. And, there's sort of this beginning that you're afraid of. You want it, but you're afraid of it, right? Now, ultimately, Capricorn, this looks like it's going to get resolved because I see for you that you will, in the conclusion of this 2-week span, you're going to come to some big realization within this 2 weeks that's really going to have you feeling more balanced, okay? Which is ultimately what we want. We want to feel a balance between all of the aspects of ourselves, right? And that's how you're manifesting outwardly right now to the world. You are manifesting outwardly to the world like you are very balanced in all the aspects of yourself, and as a result, you are able to sort of claim things and manifest things, and people see that, you see that in your experience too. But for some reason right now, using your intuition is getting to be a little scary for you, I think, because this is all very unfamiliar. I think in the past we see you're very good at making logical steps, but I see in the future here that once the logic is removed and it's all sort of intuitive, you panic. You panic, Capricorn, which makes sense. You know, you're an earth sign. You like things to be nice and secure. You're not afraid of hard work. You're not, but you need to know what to do. You like process. You like steps. You like to know, oh, I go like this, and then like this, and then like this, and then this happens. And so you're good at that. But in the future, you're going to have to use your more creative, soul-driven side aspect of yourself. And at first, you're sort of feeling challenged by doing that, okay? Because it's unfamiliar for you. You're really good at mental stuff. This is soul-based and emotional stuff. And you tend, Capricorn, to be overwhelmed by emotion sometimes. And as a result, you sort of avoid them. Maybe you escape. Right? You escape. You try to escape things. And sometimes when you're escaping your emotions, you get very logical and you get kind of tough with yourself. And that blocks you even further. Okay? So we need to shift the way we are having that inner dialogue with ourselves. You do have enough. You are able to manifest anything that you need and require, you know, time, space, finances. You're able to do these things when you're not afraid. And so we've got to shake that fear off, tap into the intuition, and believe everything's going to be okay. That might be part of the problem here too, is that the doubt that is creeping in. Perhaps you are looking in the physical world for proof. But the seeds are planted, Capricorn. The crops will come in. You just keep working. Don't fall into the grips of anything here, okay? Don't get yourself to the point where you do start avoiding things and procrastinating and feeling overburdened and starting to feel like you have to quit, or you might feel guilty about the lack of stuff you've been, you know, like measuring your productivity and then feeling guilty. You know, we don't want to go there. We want to go into a place where we have faith, we believe, we're listening to our intuition, we're tapping in, we're open, and we're grateful, right? Don't forget to be grateful, my Capricorns. Very interesting reading for the period of May 1 to the 15th. Okay, I'm going to pull a card here for you to provide some further encouragement for you in this 2-week reading. And certainly if you would like a private personal reading, my email is in the description below. Oops, okay, so mending. We need to do some healing here, Capricorn. You are not necessarily in the best shape right now, I think, emotionally. Yeah, you're a thinker, right? Like you're in your head really big time here. I'll show you the card, thinker and mending. So we really want to manage how we are thinking and how we are healing. We need to have some healing here, perhaps in the realm of the heart. And, you know, because we do have a number of cups coming here in your reading, as well as the idea that this inner dialogue may need some adjustments. Any other words here for Capricorn, May 1 to 15? Thank you. Happy. Yeah, happy, Capricorn. You need to get some joy here. You need to get out of this thinking mode that you're in. Stop thinking so much. Find the happiness in your day and heal. And I'm going to add to this mending to say some self-care, you know, which is part of mending. But, you know, you have a lot of cards here that suggest you're most comfortable in your head. And it's time to get out of your head, Capricorn, and into action mode and into belief. You need to start believing in yourself again, Capricorn. Somewhere along the lines here, you sort of started to see your intuition as bringing about stuff that was overwhelming. And so you may have stopped tapping in fully to that intuition, and you sort of need to go back to that, right? Where you're really tapping into your intuition and seeing what it has to say for you, okay? Wow, what a beautiful reading for you. Okay, Capricorn, thank you for joining me. Hope to see you again for some more readings. Okay, take care.